Let's go! Today, I'm starting my Conner Weigman video off with a scorching hot take. He will be the first quarterback selected in next year's NFL draft. I just love watching him play. And I understand this clip is versus New Mexico, and it doesn't look real because A&M's offensive line is actually blocking somebody. Damn! But I do see a little bit of rushing in his future. Conner Weigman, who has barely played, he does have some dual threat ability, not a whole lot. You're not going to mistake him for Jaden Daniels, but he's not some statue back there in the pocket. That's the first thing I really love about his game. And then we get to this next play. I love the accuracy, okay? This is just a simple slot fade, so really your protection doesn't matter a whole lot because you're getting the football out quickly. You see the protection does break down, but look at this ball location while he's getting hit. Throw it up to your big target right here, and it's not the absolute best ball location, probably a better catch than it was throw, but it's still good stuff to give your guy a chance to make a play. All right, so this is one of the most popular red zone plays. In fact, Colin Klein, the new OC, called this in the spring game for a touchdown. This is double China 7, 2 in-breakers and an out-breaker from the slot. It's a very, very, very popular red zone play. And Conner Weigman, I think, had like a gazillion touchdowns in this game. Once again, level of competition's not that great. But first thing, you see the protections breaking down. But Weigman, it's a very simple read. But take a look at this ball location, and it is right on the money, leading his receiver away from the DB. Just excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. Look at this bro. Huh? He was pointing him down before he even scored. That's good stuff right there, Fletch. He looks like a Fletcher. 3rd and 7. This is really impressive quarterback play. You're down by 8, 7:35 left to go. Looks like Miami is in some variation of quarters to the field, so you have to like the out route if this corner carries with the vertical. And Conner Weigman sees this, okay? So safety's out of the play. This corner is getting eaten up by this go route right here. So because of the leverage of this defender, you have to like the out route. All right, we'll come back to this in just a second. You'll notice here that the protection isn't great, okay? The tackle does indeed get beat to the inside. Well, actually, it was a twist done for the DT that got through here. Not a perfect pickup, but that's good enough to give Conner a chance to rip it. And I want you to see when he is deciding to throw this football on the out, giving this guy plenty of time to actually get to the sticks. And just look at this. I mean, this is just really, really, really good stuff. I can see some QB coaches saying that this windup is elongated. Some QB coaches don't like a ball pat. I'm okay with it as long as you get it out on time. So we get a little ball pat here, and cleats in the ground, just rip this bad boy right here. And look at this zip with the hand in his face, not fully stepping into it, getting that upfield shoulder and allowing your guy to make a play after the catch. It's really good stuff. All right, so right here, Conner Weigman throws an INT, but it was actually because he might be too good of a quarterback. I know that sounds crazy, but this pick obviously was not his fault. We'll break it down from the end zone angle, but I just want to point out that he only has 2 interceptions thrown so far in his Texas A&M career, and that is through 8-ish starts. All right, so we get the end zone copy right here, and Conner does a really good job seeing that this is a zone coverage alignment. So versus zone coverage, a really good route concept is just Anais Smith, one of your more experienced receivers, just running a little stop and just finding the weak spot in the zone. And I want you to see this. All right, Weigman sees that this is zone, and look at when he's actually deciding to throw this football. Now, all right, he's already ripping this thing before Anais Smith is in this window. That's really, really good anticipation from only a year 2 quarterback. And that's why this actually was intercepted, because he wasn't able to react to Anais Smith slipping. So an INT right here in terms of, just quarterbacking and potential NFL play is actually good. And let me tell you why. Most college quarterbacks would wait to see Anais Smith open in this window and then rip it. If he waits to see if Anais Smith is open, he sees that he has slipped and doesn't actually throw the football here. But he can't anticipate that, he slips on his own on the turf here. So he was almost too good anticipating and just got very, very, very unlucky. And here's another throw over the middle of the field that's just really good stuff. Once again, you're down by 11 on the road, hostile environment, and, well, stop it right there. It's Miami football. There's no environment. Damn! Okay, I had to get one in. Either way, NFL Stadium, if you will. And Texas A&M decides to run the single most popular concept on the planet Earth, which is mesh rail, especially at the college level. Every team runs it. Boom, floating in the top right corner. Georgia running it versus Tennessee at will. LSU runs it. Alabama runs it. Their first touchdown versus Georgia was mesh rail. So, look, the first read on mesh rail oftentimes is the running back. And the thing about mesh is it's a good man coverage beater. All right, but Miami is actually in zone, and mesh is two shallow drags, and oftentimes with mesh there is a hook route behind it, and this is out of 12 personnel, which is obviously, or I think, ran more in the NFL than it is in college. All right, so rarely is the hook thrown on mesh rail, okay? But that is your zone beater on mesh rail, right? Because it's just over the middle, you sit in the pocket of the zone, and you throw it. So Weigman sees that this is zone coverage, and these drags are just getting passed off here. So neither one of these are open. So you'll see him right here. He resets his feet. Pocket gets a little messy. Resets his feet and then rips the comeback here on mesh rail, okay, for a first down. That's really good reading of the defense, and Max Wright is good after the catch. He's able to fall forward for a few extra yards. And this right here, 3rd and 1. God bless. Really good stuff. Is this a false start right here? Yes, slightly, but they don't call it. It's okay. No real reading of the defense, but just really good athleticism, okay? Protection breaks down on the backside. This is a play action, and you're throwing this to the running back versus a backer in one-on-one coverage, okay? So while he's getting hit, bang, from an NFL-level safety, look at how well he leads this receiver right here, which is a running back, okay? You got to really put the ball on the money for him, and he does. Touchdown on the road, one-possession game. So you'll see it right here. Play action fake, protection breaks down, and you really can't step into it. Man, really, really, really good stuff. It's a throw that should be made, but the fact that he is making it is still impressive. So 1st and 15. I don't have the all-22 here, but what I can tell you is this ball does seem to be a little late. If this I would guess if this post was open, he could have actually ripped it. And you'll see that the receiver has this corner beat, and the protection was good. He could have ripped this a little bit earlier, okay? Maybe the safety was in its way, and he wanted to make sure he was out of the way. I don't know. But the second thing here is you want this ball to be delivered out here so he can run underneath it. The one thing I would say before I actually show you the completion is even if you look at that New Mexico game, it does seem on the deep stuff, the ball is slightly behind the receivers quite a few times. It's still an accurately enough thrown ball to give your guy a chance to make it, but it does seem at times his deep ball is a little bit of a labored release. It's not as natural as you would like to see it, and you allow this DB to get back into the play. So just one small minor critique, but, the ball is still there, and it's still a deep completion. All right, 4th and goal, we got to have it. I never like running the play clock all the way down, right? You got to get the play call in. That's not really on Conner. Texas A&M's play calling was just an absolute mess last year. Was it Bobby? Was it Jimbo, who's actually calling the plays? Colin Klein will now have full reign of the offense. All right. This is as good as it gets. It honestly is just as good as it gets. It's Very lucky, of course, when you're throwing a ball up for grabs like this. You're probably not ever making this throw unless it is fourth down. But the fact that he even gives this guy a chance to make this play while he's getting absolutely sleepy hollowed is really impressive. All right, so we pick it up here, all right? I don't know why the running back just doesn't stay in the block at this point, especially if it's fourth down and it's a gotta-have-it throw. I'm guessing the running back is thinking that the safety's going to run with him here. But I think right here, no matter what the call is, you just need to stay in and block this. So the fact of the matter here is Connor's probably thinking, okay, my running back's got it. Well, he doesn't, all right? So now he knows he's about to get destroyed. But you got to have it. And look at this. Bang. Legit helmet-to-helmet contact right here. All right? And once again, I want you to see this ball location. You tell me, all right? How lucky is this? It is lucky. You're just throwing it up there. But still, to get that much on that ball while you're getting destroyed, I'll take that all day, every day. So, will Conner Weigman be the first quarterback selected in next year's NFL draft? What you're seeing in the background is actually true freshman highlights from his first ever start. And yes, it does help that he's throwing to a 5-star, likely a first-round receiver next year, Evan Stewart. Look at this ball placement. Bang. On a line. I'll tell you this. I've spent the entire day rewatching Weigman. I've kind of faded just a bit on my hot take, but I keep going back to the quarterbacks in this draft class, and there's just not a whole lot that I like, right? We just did our Shedeur Sanders video from an NFL perspective. I would not spend a first-round pick on him. I like Carson Beck, but once again, his situation is just so unfreaking believably pristine. Jalen Milroe, not really there. Preston Stone, any one of those guys you want to mention. I really like Riley Leonard, the quarterback at Notre Dame. My deepest cut NFL draft prediction is actually KJ Jefferson. I really do like KJ a lot. I've always been a KJ fan. The dude's a competitor. He's an athlete. And I think he's going to be in the best situation he's been in at UCF with Gus Malzahn. But I'm just not in love with any QB prospect. And I'll stick with it. I think Conner Weigman will have a big year. Yes, there is the health. Yes, we have a absolutely positively ridiculous small sample size here. He's coming off this foot injury that he had, and he's getting back to full health. I think he had a concussion, a bad concussion his senior year of high school or something along those lines. He has had, health issues, right? And we only have, 3-ish, 4-ish starts last year, 4 starts from the year before this true freshman season. So, there is a bit of projection here from me. But he doesn't take a whole lot of sacks. QBR is really good. PFF grades are really good. And we'll see if Colin Klein is going to be able to help him scheme some things open. I am interested to see this offense without Evan Stewart. Obviously, Weigman and Stewart had some good chemistry, but let's just see what holds in the future for O'Connor. But if you want to see Shedeur Sanders video, it's floating in your face. And let me know who you think ultimately will be the first NFL draft quarterback in 2025. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! And tonight, we're doing wings. Let's go.